Look, I know what you're thinking. Slenderman? Really? That old internet story from like 2009? The Photoshop pictures, the creepypasta, all that stuff we know isn't real? Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's what my friend Jake thought, until 3 months ago when he went camping in Pinehurst Forest. He saw something out there. Something tall, wearing a suit, standing between the trees. No face, just blank. And it's been following him ever since. I'm not here to convince you it's real. I'm just telling you what Jake told me, what happened to him, and why he won't go near a forest anymore. This is the hidden path, and this is Jake's story. So Jake's not really an outdoors guy, right? He's a software developer, lives on his computer. But his buddies, Marcus, Derek, and Ryan, they wanted to do this camping trip, get away from screens for a weekend, you know? Jake figured why not? Could be fun. They drove out to Pinehurst Forest, 3 hours north, really dense woods, old trees, areas, the kind of place where you can barely see the sky through the canopy. Beautiful, but also kind of, I don't know, heavy, like the forest has weight to it. First day was great. They set up camp near this stream, went swimming, cooked hot dogs over the fire. Just guys being idiots in the woods. Nothing weird. But that night, Marcus, who's always been into creepy stuff, he starts talking about how people have disappeared from this forest. Like 6 people over 15 years, just vanished. Never found. Derek told him to shut up. Ryan laughed it off. But Marcus kept going, talking about Slenderman, how the forest fit the profile. Tall figure, takes people, all that. Jake rolled his eyes. He knew it was just a made-up internet thing. They all did. They went to bed around midnight. Jake fell asleep pretty quick. Then he woke up at 3:17 in the morning. Something wasn't right. The forest was too quiet, like completely silent. No bugs, no wind, nothing. He got up, grabbed his flashlight, stepped outside the tent, and that's when he saw them. These symbols, carved into the trees all around their campsite, circles with X's through them, the operator symbol from the Slenderman stories. Jake's first thought was that Marcus did it as a prank, but when he looked closer, these marks were old, like years old, a moss growing in the grooves old, by someone or something had marked these trees a long time ago. Then he heard a stick snap behind him. He turned around, flashlight swinging through the fog that was rolling in. Nothing there, just trees and shadows. Hello? His voice sounded tiny. No answer. He started walking back to the tent, and that's when he saw it. At the edge of the clearing, just beyond where his flashlight reached, a figure, really tall, wearing a suit, standing perfectly still. Jake raised his flashlight higher. No face. Where the face should be, just smooth, pale skin. He froze. Every part of his brain said this isn't real. It's shadows. It's your imagination. But it didn't move. Didn't flicker. Just stood there with arms way too long hanging at its sides. Jake took a step back. The thing tilted its head, slowly, like it was curious about him. Marcus! Jake tried to yell, but it came out as a whisper. Marcus! The figure raised one arm, pointed straight at Jake. That broke the spell. Jake stumbled backward, flashlight shaking. When he got the beam steady again, it was gone. Just an empty forest. He ran back to the tent, practically dove inside, zipped it shut. Marcus, wake up! There's something out there! Marcus woke up groggy. What are you talking about? I don't know what I saw. Something tall, in a suit, between the trees. They both went outside, checked the clearing with their flashlights, found the symbols on the trees. Nothing else. Marcus tried to play it off. Probably just some weirdo who lives out here, trying to scare campers. But Jake could tell he didn't really believe that. They didn't sleep the rest of the night. Just sat there, flashlights on, waiting for sunrise. They packed up at first light, didn't even tell the other guys what happened, just said they wanted to get back early. Jake tried to forget about it. Went back to work, back to his normal routine. For 3 days, he almost convinced himself it was nothing. Sleep deprivation. Marcus's stories getting in his head. Then it happened again. He was walking home from the grocery store, past this little park with some trees, and there it was. Same figure, same suit, same blank face, standing between two trees, just staring at him. Jake dropped his groceries. By the time he blinked, it was gone. After that, he started seeing it everywhere. In his work parking garage, standing in a dark corner, outside his apartment window, 3 floors up, in the alley, in reflections, in his computer screen when it went black. Always watching, always just barely there. He tried to tell people. Marcus believed him because he'd seen those symbols, but everyone else thought Jake was losing it. Stress, working too hard, maybe see a therapist. So Jake started taking pictures. Every time he saw it, he'd pull out his phone. Most of the photos showed nothing, just empty spaces where he swore the figure had been standing. Except one. He was in a mall parking lot, saw it between 2 streetlights, snapped a photo. This time it showed up, blurry, distant, but there. Tall, thin, dark suit, arms too long. He posted it online. Most people said it was fake, but some people responded differently. I've seen him too. Once you see him, he doesn't leave. Don't go near forests anymore, that's when he's strongest. And the one that really got to him, he's choosing you. Once he starts following, he's deciding if you're worth taking. Jake stopped going outside unless he absolutely had to. Worked from home. Ordered everything online. Kept all his lights on, even during the day. Didn't help. The sightings got worse, more frequent, closer. He saw it in his hallway, just for a second, in his bathroom mirror, standing behind him. One night he woke up and his bedroom door was open. He always kept it closed. And standing in the doorway, there it was. Tall, still, that blank face tilted like it was studying him. Jake couldn't move, couldn't breathe. They just stared at each other for what felt like forever. Then it took one step backward, into his living room, out of sight. Jake jumped up, slammed the door, pushed furniture against it, called Marcus at 3 a.m. It was in my apartment. I can't do this anymore. Marcus told him to come over, right now. So Jake did, stayed at Marcus's place for 2 weeks. Things got better, the sightings slowed down. Jake started thinking maybe it was tied to his apartment somehow. Maybe he had escaped it. Then Marcus saw it. They were watching TV. Marcus went to the kitchen, stopped in the doorway. Jake, he's here. Jake's heart dropped. Where? Marcus pointed to the window, the one facing the alley. It was standing down there, 3 stories below, looking up at them. You see it too? Yeah, I see it. That's when Jake knew he wasn't crazy. It was real, and it had followed him. That was 3 months ago. Jake moves every few weeks now. Different apartments, different neighborhoods, different cities. Doesn't matter, it always finds him. He's figured out some patterns. It shows up most at night, near trees and dark places with few people around. It never makes a sound, never touches him, never speaks, but it's always there. Jake has all these theories about what it might be. Maybe all the people who believed in Slenderman somehow made it real. Maybe it was already out there and the internet stories were just people trying to explain what they'd seen. Or maybe, and this is the one that scares him most, maybe it chose him specifically. That night in the forest, something marked him. The sightings are getting closer, bolder. Last week he saw it at the foot of his bed, not in the doorway, right there in the room with him. He turned on the light, gone. Turned off the light, it was back. He barely sleeps anymore. Can't. Every time he closes his eyes, he wonders if this is the night it stops just watching. He's tried everything. Salt, religious symbols, iron, sage, every protection ritual he could find online. Nothing works, because whatever this thing is, it's not a demon or a ghost, or anything we have rules for. It's something else. And for some reason, it wants Jake. Jake wanted me to tell his story. As a warning, I guess. If you're out hiking and you see those symbols carved in trees, the circles with X's, just leave. Don't camp there. And if you see something tall between those trees, something that doesn't move right, something wearing a suit where no person should be, don't look at it. Don't acknowledge it. Just go. Because once you really see it, once you recognize what it sees you too. And it remembers. Jake's moving again next week, somewhere with no forest nearby, but he knows it won't help. Some things don't need forests. They just need you to know they're real. So if you're out in the woods tonight, if you're on a trail somewhere, just be careful about those shadows between the trees. That shape that looks like it might be standing there, it's probably just a tree. Probably. This is the hidden path. Stay out of the forests and don't look too close at the shadows.